everybody, good afternoon. I am Joe Kwiatkowski, the co-host of our very first premiere episode of the PV Perspective. I'm here along with my co-host Aubrey Smith. Aubrey, what can we expect to learn about here in the PV Perspective?
So we're going to give you some information on department spotlights from some of our staff. We're excited to highlight resident life here on campus at Pleasant View, and of course talk about any upcoming events and projects that we have here on campus.
Awesome. This is your inside look to PV. We'd love you to interact with us too. Please feel free to message us if you see us on Facebook. We're happy to take any questions that you have too. So without further ado, one of the first things we wanted to cover is one of the big excitement projects that we have going on here at Pleasant View, and that is the construction of our West Lawn apartments. Several years ago, Pleasant View made a decision to build some extra independent living apartments on the west lawn of the campus, not to be confused with West Lawn in Berks County. This is just actually on our west lawn. What's great about these apartments is it's going to be two buildings. We have a north and south building, 3 floors of 6 apartments each for a grand total of 18 in each building, 36 total for the project. One of the things that I like most about the project is we refer to them as hybrid apartments. In that they only share a wall with one common neighbor. So you'll see some square footages like that in some of our larger cottages, but you actually only share a wall with one neighbor that really kind of gives you that cottage feel. Going to be some stunning westward and northwest views right up against our property line. There's going to be a rooftop experience there. There's going to be underground parking, and then of course all the amazing amenities here at Pleasant View Communities. We're super excited. Construction started on those several weeks ago, and we have an update from Dylan Keller from the Warfel Construction Trailer. We'll turn it down to Dylan to see what's happening at West Lawn.
Hello everyone, thank you Joe, I appreciate the introduction. We are very excited to get started out here on the West Lawn Apartments. It's been a long time coming. So we actually broke ground recently in the past few weeks. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what has happened so far. So as you've seen here, we've mobilized on site. The first things that we did to get everything in place were we set up our E&S controls that control the water management on site during the construction process, since we're taking up the grass and exposing all the dirt. And then the next thing that happened is we put some of our site logistics plans in site. So you'll see our fence going up. You saw the screening with the Warfel logo going on. That's to help keep some debris on the inside and outside away from the campus. You've also seen our trailer mobilized that we're standing inside right now. And then some other things on site, you'll see a white screening tent, which everybody that comes on the construction site, we are screening for COVID-19. And then also our mock-up wall. And that we'll put to the exterior finishes for the buildings. We'll put on there so that way we can make final selections and just take a trial at the exterior products that are going to be going in place. So stay tuned for that as well. And then some things you can see going on right now are we're stripping back the topsoil, and then we are putting the new pond in place. So this pond will actually capture all the storm water that enters this site, since we're going to be infilling the existing pond for our new building pad that's going in place. So that's actually what the next steps are going to be. Once we finish this pond, we're going to start taking dirt, infilling that existing basin over to the left-hand side of the trailer here if you're looking at the site, and then we're going to bring that up to the new grade, and then from there that'll be our building pad, and then we'll start excavating for the foundations, walls, and footers, and then from there you'll start seeing the building go vertical. So stay tuned for that in the next coming weeks and a month or so.
Thank you, Dylan, for the update from Warfel Construction on the West Lawn project.
And thanks for the awesome souvenir.
Another part that we want to highlight on our videos is resident life here at Pleasant View. Of course, the last several months have been very unique while we're dealing with the coronavirus. Our activities staff has worked really hard at keeping our residents active and engaged. Some of the ways they've been doing that is through one-to-one visits with each resident in their rooms. They've helped assist with Skyping and FaceTime videos. Staff has also helped in delivering meals to residents and doing grocery shopping for them. We're really happy to have some talented activity staff who are doing other things such as playing the piano for our residents in Hoffer Auditorium so that it can be broadcast throughout campus on our in-house television channel. your music with the residents and staff here at Pleasant View.
Great job, Heather. For our next segment, we're going to move on to focus on a department spotlight. And for our very first segment, given the time of year that it is, right now it's late April here at Pleasant View, we decided we wanted to do a little feature on our grounds crew. Our grounds crew is responsible for covering over 50 acres to help beautify the campus. We recently had a chance to catch up with Jason and Kate outside in the courtyard to tell us a little bit about what they do here to keep the grounds looking great here at Pleasant View. Jason and Kate here from our grounds crew. Tell us a little bit about the day in the life of a grounds crew member. What do you do to keep this place looking so great?
Well, come in, we get everything prepped for the day, we fill up, if it's mowing season, we fill up the mowers, we get everything ready to go out. As soon as 8 o'clock hits, we start mowing. Right now we're busy doing mowing, edging, weed whacking. We stopped a little bit of the mulching to do some sodding around campus that needed to be touched up, and we're going to start mulching again. We almost have about 90% of the campus mulched already this season, so we're ahead of the game. Hoping to get some flowers planted in the first week of May.
For me, I'm just new, so it's just kind of nice to come alongside Marcel and Jared and just kind of see how a day goes. But just the things I'm learning for the campus, I love working with the residents and the cottages and stuff, but mowing, I would say right now is pretty cool.
I overall want to see the whole campus looking nice. I'm very picky with the way stuff is done.
And how long have you worked at Pleasant View?
I've been here going on 9 years.
I just started in December.
In December, so about 5 months, and you loving it so far here at Pleasant View?
It's got a variety to it, that's for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and thanks for the great work you do to really make this place look beautiful and make Pleasant View what it is. Thank you so much, and we'll look forward to catching up with you again once we see your flowers are planted.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Jason and Kate, and we're going to hope for some more sunny days ahead so that we can add some pops of color throughout campus with some more plants and other landscaping ideas. Coming up on our next segment is approximately 60 seconds with the CEO. Our president and CEO, Jonathan Hollinger, was gracious enough to sit down with us and let us on an inside view of what a day for him is like at Pleasant View. And we also got to know a little bit about Jonathan on the personal side.
My name is Jonathan Collier. I'm the CEO and president of Pleasant View Communities. This summer will be 5 years. The relationships you develop is definitely the most rewarding part. A typical day normally has meetings. Typically I have probably 3 to 4, sometimes more meetings, and catching up on emails, answering questions. Usually the day has a lot of questions, and it's usually asking questions in return and problem solving with the team. What excites me most about Pleasant View's future is the idea of being the heart of the community, being engaged in the community where the restaurant is buzzing, where Hoffer Farm has various activities going strong, people are on the walking trails, people are engaged in serving one another and experiencing joy. I love going to the hardware store. I love going to Long & Ecker's and running into people that I know. So getting to know people, recognizing them at some of the local merchants is probably my favorite part of this. Oh, the Philadelphia Eagles, by far. My nicknames growing up, I actually was born in Birmingham, Alabama, and was known as John Ed Boy. My middle name's Edward, and in the South they call you by your first and your middle, so I was John Ed Boy for a while. In high school, Corn Dog stuck, and there was another buddy of mine, he was also Corn Dog, so I don't know why. It was just something that stuck. Later on, I became J Money as I started getting into finance and the CPA world, and probably more recently, I had a nickname of Chinatown. So I'll answer it to any of those. Well, I just encourage you to be well, choose joy today in a time where it's a little difficult to do that, and I wish you a great, wonderful day.
Thanks for that update from our CEO, Jonathan J. Money Hollinger. The last several weeks here at Pleasant View, we've been navigating through the COVID-19 pandemic. The support shown to our staff from local businesses and the outside community has been tremendous.
And we just want to take a moment to recognize as many businesses and individuals who have stepped up to help support our staff who are here at the front lines on Pleasant View. Some of the offerings that we've been able to do with these donations, we've had snack bags with candy, granola bars, popcorn, cases of water, cases of Frappuccino drinks. Philly Pretzels gave us some great pretzels for the staff. Wise Markets has been more than generous, donating leftover baked goods, bread, brownies. I've seen all kind of goodies on the table. Graziano's Pizza, Subway. Hilltop Market, which is a nearby neighbor of Pleasant View, was very generous with a banana donation to send all of our staff home with some bananas. Kreider's Dairy, close by, another close by neighbor, was generous with a huge drink donation. We've also had lots of bottles of water, emergency packets. We've put together some self-care packets with some lip balm, hand sanitizers, and different things like that.
We've also had a very generous donation of masks for our residents and staff. Kathy Hess and her sister, along with Mennonite Disaster Services, Ellen Gecker from Orion Wellness, as well as the following resident volunteers who sewed masks for us as well. A thank you to Barb Hess, Lorraine Wenzel, Phyllis Berkheimer, Joanne Miller, and Nancy Barnett.
And we also want to take time to thank Nancy Han and the rest of the resident council for their donation that they'll be making for us here later in the week. We really do have the best residents here at Pleasant View. Despite that it's our responsibility to take care of them, we hope that they truly realize how much they do to help take care of us. And for that, we are very grateful to our extended resident family.
All right, so that wraps up our first edition of PV Perspective, and we're super excited to bring to you another episode in June.
Thanks again for tuning in. We can't wait to see you again. And bear with us. We're going to get these perfected over the next couple of months. So this is our very first one. We hope you enjoyed it. We can't wait to see you in June. Please feel free to reach out to us. If you have any questions or just want to come check out Pleasant View once campus reopens, feel free to call us at 717-664-6644, and that will ring to our Welcome Center. And also please feel free to check out our YouTube channel for Pleasant View Communities and also our website, pvcommunities.org. Can't wait to see you in June. Until then, take care.